Danse Adventurers. I'm Todd Lyons, and today, another in which might be an ongoing segment of me looking at characters from my book, Chrysogon's Coterie, for your amusement or reflection. And last time, seeing as I started with one that was a bit kind of on the downer side, I thought I would veer hard and strong away from something that delves into the human psyche and instead look at what I consider to be kind of funny characters. And there were a couple that sprang to mind. So just so you can see, it's not all doom and gloom, but here's an example of a couple of characters that I find funny for different reasons. And the first is Zephyrinus Rutilius. And Zeph, he's resigned to accept that humanity's fate is sealed. Zeph works as a historian in the metaphysical cartography department at the Temple of the Abyss. His job is to research and maintain a complete record of events pertaining to the imminent extinction of all life. In part, this includes historical examples of declining morality in society, major scandals, wars, plagues, astrological phenomena, weathers, and any other tidbits that are arguably indicative of an approaching apocalypse. They may be helpless to stop it, but at least there will be an accurate record. They haven't given much thought as to who might be left alive to read it, but then again, there isn't the time. So, I've always, having worked in organizations, large, complicated organizations, I've always found unnecessary bureaucracy to be kind of both tragic and funny, in that there are people out there that don't realize what they're doing. It gives them a sense, and it's not just big business or government or academia, but there are all people guilty in those organizations into getting so wrapped up in the process and the product that they don't realize that there's no point. And they just take themselves overly seriously in this pursuit of knowledge for no good reason other than to have began with an idea and carry it through to completion. So, yeah, Zeph, what are you doing with your life? And the second one that I wanted to talk about is Corliss Hogarth. A self-designated Holy Avenger, Corliss has made it his, alternately her, mission to hunt down heretics and other enemies of the temple. That is, any perceived enemy of any temple. While Corliss calls himself a non-denominational cleric, it's more accurate to say that none of the sects have formally accepted his offer to seek out justice under their banner. However, they're all paying very close attention and are occasionally pleased by his work, but also often embarrassed and occasionally even horrified. Still, on the whole, it's generally acceptable work that everyone is somewhat thankful for, more often than not, so long as it doesn't have their names attached to it. So, this is a personality type that I've encountered in multiple decades. People that blind justice. They rush in without maybe a plan or a thought as to consequences of cause and effect, but it just gives them a sense of doing something's better than doing nothing, and just hoping for the best. You may or may not have met this sort of person. In any case, there's a couple more from the 288 from Chrysogon's Coterie, which is available free from basicfantasy.org, or perhaps in print eventually. That's the plan. Kikiji nanas kumintanawa. Thank you for being a viewer or a subscriber. I'm grateful. Until next time.